Hey friends, I'm back. I've been gone for, I say, almost a year, but I'm back now. I just want to thank you for coming here and coming to see what I'm up to, what I've been working on. I still been cross-stitching, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna let you know what's been going on, but maybe at the end, if you stick around, I'll let you know. It's nothing really, but it's hard to come back sometimes in front of the camera and talk. But I'm hoping that I can make this a little bit more regular thing. So for my new viewers, I just want to welcome you here. Thanks for stopping by and seeing what I'm up to. This video is for cross-stitch lovers, new ones, old ones, in between. Just a little bit about myself before I get into what I came here for, which is my whip parade. I am a 45-year-old woman that's married, and I have 5 lovely, wonderful daughters. 3 of them are adults, and the younger 2 are 13 and 11. Oh, and I have a grandson on the way. He's coming May 1st. I'm so excited. So I'm going to be a Gigi. And yeah, it'll be our first grandchild on both sides of the family. And have to travel to go see him in around May time. Okay, a little bit of background for cross-stitching. I've been cross-stitching since I was a child. You know, those old kits that they have in Walmart and stuff like that. Of course, we've come so far along and what's being offered and all the fun and exciting things. I took a couple of like pauses and stuff in between since then, and I think since 2022 it's been soaring. Like all the hauls, all the projects I've been doing. I think I have about like 40 whips, but I'm not sure. Maybe you can keep count for me, because I don't know. Before I go into my whip parade, I do have a couple finishes. I'm going to show that to you. I'm going to start with all my finishes from what year is it? 2024. So the first finish, I showed this to you before, but the first one that I have completed was Queen Mermaid by Mirabilia. And she has yet to be framed. I don't know when I'm gonna frame her, but we'll see. But she's all beaded up, and she's on, it's getting kind of washed away here, but it's like a minty green. It's showing a little bit lighter, but she's pretty. I started this about 20 years ago and finished it last year. But I showed that one to you previously if you watched my previous videos. My second finish that I did was a cute Mill Hill kit beads. And it's a sewing tomato. I read the history behind this, but I forgot already. So, yep, see the little dangling little tomato right there. It's cute. You're supposed to have a magnet, but I haven't put it on there yet because it's just hanging on my desk, like standing up. All right, my third finish that I done last year, I have finished my 9 jars of summer. I did not include the letters at the bottom though. Some of them, or all of them, had like a phrase of like camping at night or like balloons in the air. I didn't really care for the font, and I do remember just backstitching was kind of horrific because the grid lines kind of matched the backstitch lines, if you know what I mean. So I couldn't differentiate between those. So it was kind of hard. But yep, I finished every single one. All right. Now, my last finish of last year is, oh, did you see it? The Grand Library. I don't know if I can't even get in frame. Yeah. I finished this in November. Every single stitch. So this one is on 25 count, and I started off with 1/1 full cross, and then I switched somewhere after I did like this part, I switched all the rest to half cross stitches. And I still need to wash it and get the grid lines off, and I have to figure out how to do that, how I'm gonna frame it. But I'm gonna take a better picture, like the full picture of it, and put it on Instagram for y'all later. And I will be editing this video so you can see like each project out in my whip parade is gonna be. But I just wanted to show you. So I started this project in May of 2022. I wrote it up here, and it took me, what, 2.5 years? Yeah, to finish. And this was about 400,000, it was 402,750 stitches. Regular size, regular color, Amy Stewart, the Grand Library. All right. I'm missing a finish. Oh, okay, so here's one that I started last year. I want to say I did this one after the Grand Library, so around December I completed and finished the Tiger Lily by Mirabilia. And it was a quick stitch for me, because I just kind of focused on completing it to have one completed. But isn't she pretty? So I'm starting their series. This one is a Tiger Lily. Is it fairy? I forgot. But she has like other little fairies, and I started another one, but nowhere near as complete as this one. And that was all my finishes for 2024. Now, I did have a finish, and it took me about, I want to say like 3 days. But I decided to do the Sunflower Van Gogh. And this is one of those stitch patterns. I think you can get like a bundle on Etsy, and they have different like artists from Van Gogh to, you know, I don't know. But you know what I mean. I can't think of it in my head right now. I did this on a 32 count. 1/1 half stitch with my CXC threads. So I wanted to do this, and I have plans for it, but I need to figure out how to get the grid lines out. I tried to iron it thinking the heat will get it out, so I don't know. We'll see. But I do have plans for this, and hopefully I will show you what I'm going to end up doing with this little teeny tiny thing. It's so tiny. I should stitch like another one over here. Okay, so that's all my finishes. And now I'm probably going to go backwards from what I've been working on to what I haven't touched, but what I still consider my work in progresses, which are my whips. So lately I've started the Hey Stitch Along, and they released the chart the beginning of the year. I did start at the beginning of the year, but recently, this last week, I changed it from a different count, from a 32 count. I'm sorry, a 25 count to 32 count. So this is my 32 count, and I'm using nothing but CXC. One thread with half cross stitches. So you can see that here. And I did from this end all the way across. So that's how wide it's going to be. And it's really, after I did the calculations, it's going to be like 8 to 11. So like a paper size. And this one, I'm sorry, it's called Drinks on the Beach. And I'll have a picture for you what it looked like finished. And it's by Lars Stewart. And I think I'm at well, they only release it in installments. So the first installment is like the first page, and I think it's like one, two, like about 3 pages, like to here. So that's been fun. Definitely can't use my natural eyes to stitch this. I have some craft optics, and I have a magnifier that's lighted that I can put over it and stitch. So that's been fun to do. But I want to show you what I started the first of the year with is the 25 count. And the reason I changed is because one of my stitchy friends, Alicia from Adventures in Stitching, she is doing her Grand Library. She restarted it on a 32 count using CXC because CXC is a little bit thicker thread than DMC. And so I was using CXC on this one with 2 threads, half cross stitch, and it seemed a little bumpy to me and a little thick, like this, like a rug. So I have, you know, extra fabric of my 32 count, and I just cut it. And I wanted to experiment, which I did with the sunflower that you just saw. So I liked the result of that with the CXC, so I decided to restart with this one. And I like tiny things too. So that's Drinks on the Beach. And that is about 1 week worth of work. So I think I did about 8,000 stitches on that one, the redo. My next one is Contessa Squid. And if you've been here before, I think I started her on a live, but I started her, she's a mini version. So I think it turned out pretty nice. I'm doing 1/1 on 25 count, full cross. It's kind of hard because I don't know like where to go next. I can go everywhere, right? So it doesn't give me like the structure I need. So at one point I decided to go all the way across here and then go up to this corner. But then when I got to this corner, it was pretty boring because it was all black. And ooh-wee, that, I don't know, I can do it sometimes, but I guess I gotta be like in the mood if I want to do it. So now that I have it in place, I'm like back and trying to figure out like where to go from there. But there she go. Okay, I have a new start this year. I started Happy Village. I'll have all the information of who. This is a Haid. And yeah, I'm doing this on my favorite 25 count, 1/1, full cross. And I started with the black, filling in and just kind of gradually going down. But you see like some of the stars, and then like that's the top of the building. This one has been fun. I kitted this one out with DMC, so I'm not using CXC, I'm using DMC. And this about costs like, I want to say over $100 worth of thread, because DMC is expensive. So that's why I like getting the CXC sometimes. But it is nice to work. I mean, you know, they have their pros and cons for each, but definitely for 1/1 thread, I like using DMC because it's like, it's thinner and the stitches lay really nice and neat. So I got this idea from Elisa from the Stitching Masterpiece. She's on YouTube and she's on Instagram. But yeah, this is nice. Originally I thought I was going to just use like I was going to do half stitches, but after stitching with the Grand Library, I decided that I'm gonna have a couple of pieces that are half cross stitch, and then I'm gonna have some, which I think I prefer the full cross, 1 thread. Or maybe that's just how I feel right now. I don't know. So what I do is, because this would be like 1 string for half stitches, I just pull 1 out, and then I don't know if you could see it, I'll cut it in half, and then I'll pull that half out and use that for my 1 single cross stitch. And if I have extra, I'll take my extra that's on my needle and kind of thread it through like this little hole into the felt. So if you wanted to see how you can make one of these, I did make a whole one for my Master CXC set. So I've been using that for the drinks on the beach. And then this is nice because it's just portable and I can take this and my device and go wherever in my little house and stitch it if I want. And I definitely don't have to use any kind of magnification to stitch this one because it's 25 count. All right, so my next new start of this year is, I think it's this way. This is Fern by Nora Corbett. And I have a picture of what it'll look like here. I started it and I kind of just gave up on it for now because I've been working on my full coverages, which have been pretty fun. So there you go. It won't, the only problem I have with this is sourcing the beads. No, sourcing the Krennic. The Krennic, I know the Krennic is bought by a new company, Rainbow Gallery, but like I can't go on 123 Stitches to buy it for some reason. So let me know where you get your Krennic from and if I can get it now. Because I can't get it from 123 Stitch and I'm not sure who else will sell it. So that's been pretty hard. So I kind of gave a little pause on this one. But there she is. So far, started in the middle. All right. Let me see. I did another new start on this big old huge piece of Ada that I got from, where did I get this from? Either Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but it's huge. And this one is the Sunday Lawn Grand Lachette. It's a full coverage, 14 count, kind of just gridded it with my friction pin. But this one, I was inspired kind of to go big, 14 count, because you know, you just want to have different pieces. I like to stitch on different counts, different types of cross stitch. So, but this one, oh, I was inspired by Gemma at Gemma Stitches. There you go. And that one I got on Saga. I like Saga, so I try to find designs that are on Saga. And that one is one for sure on there. All right. Because I haven't been on here so long, I don't remember what I showed you last. I guess I should have looked at my last video, but I don't really like looking at my videos. So this one is a Stitcher's Retreat. This one is on 28 count. And I just started in the left corner. This is my preferred way to start in the left corner and going diagonal. I'm using 2 threads and this is half stitches. Can you see that? This one is a Hade and this one, I need to get to it. I need to make a rotation list so I can like touch each pieces. And I think I just listened to a cross stitcher say, I think, yeah, Nicola, she does a lot of live streams and updates on hers. And I've been lurking on her stuff, but she has a group where they just put 1 thread into each piece. And I kind of want to do that with every single one. And since I'm going through like all my projects right now, I feel like I can put like 1 thread in each one and like put it up. But we'll see. That seems something fun to do. All right. So this one is Artisty Project by Abraham Hunter. This is called God Shed His Grace. Picture here. I have done about, I'm going to say about 20%. And then this is the one that I kind of realized where I like to start. So when I got tired of doing the diagonal here, I went down here to start in the corner and I noticed that I don't like going in that direction. And then I went to the right corner and I noticed that I don't like doing it in that direction. So I'm definitely a left hand corner starter. I'm also left-handed too, so I don't know if that's a reason, but all right. Let's see. I guess I can go through all my full projects. Okay, this one I'm doing A Church for All Seasons. I don't think I've really done much since the last time, but at least I could start maybe getting before pictures. So when I do work on it, you can see my progress. This is all my stuff so far is on 25 count. And this one is 10 stitch, but I might change it to full cross stitch because I've been doing that lately. After I finished the Grand Library, I have went back to my big Mama Jamma. This one is the Stitcher's Shelf, a Stitching Shelf by Amy Stewart. This is the supersize max color version on 25 count where I have completed every single black stitch. So you can see that I did it in half cross stitch, and I don't think I want to do that anymore. So I've started some with the half, and then I put like a thread or two, and I'm going to do this 1/1 full cross. It'll take me forever, but it's fine. Hopefully my daughters can finish stitching it for me one day if I don't. So yeah, I think that doing the Grand Library in half stitches made me change my mind about half stitching. So all my full coverages from this point, where I probably will switch it to. And then, who knows, like a month or so later, I'll probably go back to half cross stitches. I don't think you can really tell a difference. All right, this one is another Amy Stewart piece. It's called The Chocolate Shop. This is what it looked like when it's done. And this is where I'm at right now. I might put in the statistics and like how much I have done, but I'm trying to make this video as short as possible, and then I'm going to do my best editing all the information in for you. But if you do have any questions, you can write them down in the comments and I will answer them for you. And so far it seems like lately I've been trying to find minis to do because I think they're like easy to finish and not so big. So the only supersize, no, it's not the only. Well, the only one I've been working on a lot more so is that stitching shelf. And then all my other ones that I'm probably going to be purchasing or working on will be the minis. So this one is a mini Heaven's Window. And it's pretty seen. And that's how much I got done. And I started another Amy Stewart. I think you know who my favorite one is so far that I found. This one is called The Grand Butterfly. Yeah, I think it's just The Grand Butterfly, but if not, I'll note it here. I started this one with 1/1 full cross too on 25 count. And I don't know, sometimes I go back and forth parking and not parking. Who knows? Focused. All right, this one I did work on a lot after. Well, last time you've seen it, if you've seen it before. This one is called, it's by Dimension, it's called Spring Fairy. Forgot the name. But I managed to complete the top parts. Definitely not backstitched yet, but the way I've been doing this is in columns, so it's easier for me. And what I have loved about it is that I made my own floss cards for it. And I take a colored pen and I actually mark the symbol for it so I don't have to reference it. And if it's a half stitch, I'll put that there. If you see a number, it's because I might have to use that for like blending stitches. So these are the DMC cards that I got. Well, Crafting Gaming Jamie, she's the one that recommended these, and I went straight to AliExpress to purchase them, and I love them, especially for the dimensions. And another one of my favorites, another one of my favorites is friction pins, like colorful friction pins. I've been using that instead of highlighters because I like how thin it is. So if I'm parking, I will put like, I can show you a little bit of it. I park and put a little hash or half cross stitch sign to let me know that I parked there in that direction. And I just like how I can fill it in. And if I make a mistake, I can erase it. So I've been like doing that on my dimensions. There you go. Ooh, I haven't even made a dent. Let's see. My church project that I take to church, my husband has, they call it audio visual. So we're in a small church, so it's just a little booth in the back. But I'll sit with him while he does that, and I'll work listening to the sermon. So if I'm not in the back, I'm usually in like the front with the family, and I write my notes. But I would probably find it strange to sit there and cross stitch where the pastor could see me do it. So this one is a dimensions, a little one. I think it's called Coffee Shop, or yeah, the Coffee Shop. But that's where I'm at now. This Ada is really rough. It'll cut you. That's what it feels like anyway. I only have this much more to go, and I think a little bit down here, and then I'll have to backstitch. But this is pretty slow going for me. And I stitch in hand and then use these little clips. And then I take it in my little bag. And just as with the other dimension floss card I showed you, I did the same to this one. So when I look at the chart, I can know, and I know which one to get and how much. I don't have fancy bags. I just use these Amazon bags. All right, I got a couple, well, a lot more whips to go, and I'm at 31 minutes. Okay, let's go through this bag. All right, this one is my only Bella Filipina that my lovely daughter purchased for me on Christmas about 2 years ago, where she picked out everything, even the fabric and the pattern, and I got all the specialty fibers and beads for it. I think she picked Mushroom Lugana, a 28 count. Is that the right way? Nope. Sorry, wrong way. This is where I got. And that's like part of her hair. Alright, I'm gonna go through these pretty fast. So I think where I was is like that part right here in the middle. You gotta start in the middle. These patterns remind me a lot of dimensions because they got color. And I like to make like working sheets where I photograph or copy on the printer. But then I have to use like my color printer to do so. I'll have to get that out to do it. All right. Let's start this one. I did such a bad start on this one, but because I was thinking that I was going to do 1/1. But this one is my first and only Teresa Kogut, and it's called And God Save. That's what it'll look like. I started in the corner, and I thought I was going to do 1/1 half stitch, and I think this is 40 count. Let me see. Did I write it down? I didn't. Well, I think this is 40 count because I can't see the holes right now with my bare eyes. So I think what I'm going to do is start on a different side and restart this. Because I don't want it this small. I do like using one thread, so one thread is fine for me. What's this? This is one that I'm going to UFO. This one I was doing with a group of ladies, like Rainy from Rainy Day Reads, Alicia from Adventures of Stitching. I think it's this way. And Leanne from Leanne and Stitching. We were doing this one, which is called it's the Hobbit's House, the Shire. And I restarted it on, I want to say this is 18 count, and I don't like it. So I'm going to stop it. There are some problems to the actual chart, and where they got some colors and you can't purchase it now, so I'm just going to ditch it for now. Maybe I'll use the fabric for something else, but no. That is not considered a whip anymore. Alright, so this one, I'm going to have the information up on the video for you because I forgot the name, but it's with all the Quakers flags. And I'm doing, it's going to look like this. And this is how far I got on it. And this is the Arizona flag. And this is on 14 count, like one of those big ones that you get from Hobby Lobby or Joann's. And this is the colors for Arizona flag. Pretty. So that was a new start that no one has seen. I'm just throwing everything down on the floor. It's gonna be crazy cleaning it up. Here's another Dimensions Cozy Cave. Cozy, what is it called? Cozy Cove. I haven't worked on this one for a while, but I have done the same thing that I love doing with them. It's already putting the symbol and whatnot. Look at that. Just all that mess of thread. This is how far I've got on this one. Using clips. I think I'm stitching this one in hand. I've been trying to backstitch as I go for that one. It's pretty. I should have like one of my daughters in here like putting it back for me, huh? No, this one I haven't started yet. Let's kit it up. Do y'all want to see my kitted up projects? This one is one that I am restarted from finishing. The original one that I've done is hanging up at my mother-in-law's house. So I wanted to do one for my house. So this one is the Spirit Dancer. I also have the companion piece, the Earth, oh no, the Dream Catcher one. So this is how far I've gotten. And I'm doing that on, it's 28 count. And I want to say it's raw linen. Yeah. I got a couple pieces on that one. This is my mealy start on this one. This is the Autumn Dancer. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, sorry. This is a Dimensions kit. And what's the name of her? I didn't cut out the name. I cut this out and then didn't keep the name of it. So I have yet to put or like go through. That's probably why I haven't really worked on it, because I still need to convert it to my DMC cards. So from all the threads. I think, well, either way, I'll put her name on the screen for you. Moving along. Under my table where I cross stitch most of the time, I found this little cute basket that holds some of my works in progress. Let's start. Sorry, not even in frame. So I have done the Royal Holiday. I don't think I've touched it since, but definitely one of my older pieces. Over 20 years old, because I could tell by the tape that's around the edges. But she's headless for now. That's how far I got. The Royal Holiday by Mirabilia. Some of these are just like my beads and stuff for what I showed you like on the scroll rods. This one is my Rudolph that I started probably last Christmas. Not last Christmas, like 2 Christmases ago. That's how far I got on him. And I got all his beads and Krennic and Whisper that I need. I haven't really worked on Christmas things this year, I think. This is my Temperature Quaker piece for 2020. And this is how far I got on that. I haven't seen this one in a while. This is by Stitchy Mommy. And yeah, I need to bring it out and finish it before it turns another year old. Okay, here's a new start that you probably didn't see yet. I started the In Praise of Pollinators by the Blue Flower. I am doing it on 40 count. What am I doing it on? Okay. 40 count Stormy Night Newcastle linen. 1/1 thread. And this is how far I got on this. I did the little B. What's that? And the little flower, but it makes me want to work on these now that I've seen them all out again. But will I? Need to. I'm really thinking about doing that one thread and just kind of rotate it out. This one is my Winter Quaker by Rosewood Manor. And this is how far I got on this. It's sparkly, but you can see a little bit, hopefully. And I'm doing it on the Valdoni thread. I have all the seasons. And I think the most I've got far on is the Autumn Quaker. Let me see if I can find that one. Since I'm in Arizona, I will visit the attic in Mesa. Just found out a couple weeks ago the passing of Jean, the owner. And she's getting a memorial soon. And yeah, I didn't know her that well, but I definitely know of her, and I know she will be missed. But this piece kind of reminds me of her because I got it from the attic, and she was there, and my husband remembers like talking to her and whatnot. This one's called 15 Friends. I'm doing it with the Soie Surfine thread in, I think, 2681. Using a 56 count Weeks Dye Works. Didn't have a name, but 1/1 thread, and that's what I'm at so far. I was just doing a little test pieces up here with the thread, but very dainty. I don't know if I showed that one to you before, but this is kind of like a, a starting off point. So when I come back next time, hopefully within a couple weeks, then you could see like my before and afters of it when I edit it. This one I know I haven't worked on. Ooh. Ooh, I just like kind of try to zipper up the the chart right there. This one is an old piece because I haven't worked on it. And it said that I printed this off in 2007. So this one is the Proverbs 31 sampler. And I must have taped it because you can kind of see like some residue from it and then searched it afterward. But that's where I'm at. I did color conversions for the little people. That one was fun. I need to get back on that one. During that time, the only fabric that I can get my hands on was Monaco from the stores. So this one is my only Carolyn Manning piece that I started. I think I might have purchased like one of her recent ones. But this one is called Jane's Joy, Holiday Joy. And it's just like a patchwork of pieces of little motifs. This one is my only, what is it called? With Thy Needle and Thread. I got the booklet, so it has like all the spring, summer, autumn, and winter. I'm working on the summer piece. Started it, I wrote down in friction pen on the selvage, July 2023. That's how far I've gotten using one. I'm using a called for, so it looks like I have like all the thread here. And I think I bought all the thread like for the whole 4 pieces of the pillows. This one is my Mirabilia Partridge in a Pear Tree, which is so funny because this is about the same size as Tiger Lily. Like I can get this finished if I really wanted to, but I didn't. I don't know. And I didn't do much Christmas stitching. I have a couple of charts here for in the series. So this one is a forest screw. Initially, I had started it and was thinking about restarting it on a smaller count, but then I went back and finished some of it on the original. So I'm not going to restart it because I like doing it 2/2, and I'm doing it on 28 count antique white Lugana. So I added some. I remember working on it like either late last year or early this year, but using DMC, that's where I'm at. See, I think I'm gonna change my mind on it, and then I come back to it and I'm like, oh no, not doing it. So who knows? This one I found. I have a shepherd's bush. And it was a kit called Shepherd's Spring. Did not finish, and it looks like a hot mess. All that thread. And it's on the linen. So it came with all of that. Little baskets are cute. That's probably like 15 years old too. There used to be a cross-stitch store in Tucson, and I think that's where I got it before. But since then, I think it turned into a gift store. And yeah, no cross-stitch stores in Tucson. So I'm like an hour away below or south of Tucson, and then Phoenix is like 3 hours. I like almost all of the Hawk Run series. So I was going to restart this one initially too. Didn't change my mind, and I'm just going to continue on with it being on 28 count. But this is how far I've gotten on the first block. And this is the year at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm going to have to, it's going to take me some time to clean all this up, because I'm trying to move through this as fast as possible. Because I like long cross stitch, because I'll sit there and watch and look up and see what people are working on. This one is Strawberry Wishes. Show you right there. And that's how far I got on that one. Definitely need to have some sort of rotation going on because I do like finishing it. I'm more like a process stitcher, so I just like stitching. I listen to audiobooks or watch other Flosstubers. Oh, I definitely need to finish this one really soon because my friend is retiring and I want to gift this to her. She's an English teacher. She decided that she wanted to retire, so this is her last couple of weeks teaching. So I want to get this framed, finished, and get this framed for her as a gift. So I definitely need to work on that. And that one's called The Little Needle House. It's by Little House Needleworks, the bookshelf. This one is The Summer Quaker by Leela Studios. I must have just printed the color like in black and white, but I can show it in color when I edit. This one is on a fabric called Ledger on 40 count, and I'm doing 1/1. And that's how far I got on that one. I really hope you can hear me because I don't have a mic set up and this is a new camera. And I don't know if I have all the settings right, but I'm hoping everything is turning out right. Because I really want to get this out to y'all. This one is called This and That by Rosewood Manor. I really do like Rosewood Manor's things that she comes out with. I think her name is Beth Twist. And I just try to find some smalls that I can like get done. But then they end up staying in my whip pile for a long time. So I think it's this way. That's how much I got done for that one. And it's just 4 threads, so I think it's just 4. Yeah. Okay, this one is a series called Fall on the Farm. I have all the called for thread in color, Classic Colorworks. I have went back and forth on this, and I think I started because I did one block and I was like, oh, I want it smaller, but no, I don't want it smaller. So I went back and now I am on the 3rd block. So let me move this for you. This is how much I've done. Okay. This one is my only, I also got from the attic, Memories of the Past. That's what it's gonna look like. I got all the thing, and I made this pouch too before, but I got all the little silks in there. That's required for this project. And I'm doing it on, it's a 36 count tabby cat. It's really nice linen, but this is how far I've got on this one. And I need to serge it. I do have a serge, I want to say surge protector, but serge, a serger. Wow. This is how far I've gotten. This one is my Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. That's like what the end picture will be looking like. And I just worked on, I've been working on the, what is that called? The border. So, still not done with the border. Just trying to make sure to get my count right. I've been kind of counting by doing half stitches. You see that? And like counting and tallying. And that's how much I got. This is on 40 count, 1/1 thread. I do like, love using 1/1 thread. So that's why when I like go back to my 2/2, 2 threads, I'm like, "Ah." But one day I might have to because my eyes might not work well as I would like. Here's another one I have no business of not finishing. That's over 20 years old. But this is my Midsummer Night's Fairy by Mirabilia. I did a color conversion on her, and yeah, I mean, she kind of looked almost finished. I think I'd still have like the wings to do, and of course beading and backstitching. But this one is my Autumn Quakers Rosewood Manor, using the Valdoni threads that it's called for, and I think I got all the fabric that it also called for each one. This one, this is how far I got. It is a lot of switching out colors too. So, have y'all counted to see like how much that is? Here's another little light gadget I like using that I should use more often. Oh, I do have a couple more in here. I started Crochet A Go-Go, Autumn in the City. And this is how far I've gotten on that one. Wait, yep. So I started on the right hand side for that one. I'm not sure why. That one needs a project bag. I feel like I'm missing some more. Like, I didn't show you my Chatelaine, the Night Desert. I don't know where it's at. Huh. Maybe I'll show you to the next time. So I can't even show you all my works in progress because I don't know where it's at. That's Aquarius. This one is another Dimensions. I think I'm gonna replace doing once I finish the other little one, the toy shop. This one is a toy shop. The other one's a coffee shop. So I think it's this way, and I parked some threads. I think that's what that one looks like so far. Put a pause on it until I do the coffee one, or finish the coffee one. That's what I like. Oh no, here's my Night Circus. My Chatelaine, my husband gifted me one Christmas. And I have all the like specialty beads and threads in here also. But this is on a big piece of fabric. And I don't know what this is, but this is how far I got on this one. I think it's that way. Sorry. That is the center piece right there in silks. I don't know, working with this new camera, I'm like, I don't know what some of these icons mean, so like, ooh. I'm doing like some black work. I'll show you like what the actual picture is that this would turn into, but this is on some stiff Aida, and like every little block is a different color. It's by the Steady Thread. And I think that's it. Everything else is, well, let me show you. I thought I was gonna restart this Chatelaine. Uh-oh. I can't open it. Okay. Ooh, it has a string in it. And I did buy fabric for it. It's the Taj Mahal one. That's what it looked like at the end. I think I decided to power through and try to complete this one. Even though it's like super old, a little bit stained up. I don't know, because the stain right here, I don't know where that came from. Just being stored in something maybe. Where is the top? Top, because I wrote the top down there. Definitely want to mark where the tops are on these, because you know they're like each side can be the same in some aspects. But I need to see how to get the stains out, I guess. And I don't think I can wash it because it's silk. Can you wash silk? I don't know. I'm not going to restart it. I'm going to try to finish it. When? I don't know. But I'm definitely not going to restart it. A lot of times, because a lot of my Chatelaine are paper charts. And except my Desert Mandala, the Desert Night Tint Mandala that I just showed you. That one my husband did purchase the PDF, printed off PDF, but I recently bought a PDF so I can zoom in and see what's going on. I'm gonna have to end up buying the PDFs for all the Chatelaines I own. So that's gonna get pretty costly. But I probably should do that soon-ish if I want to start working on them. Because the paper charts, they will, like Corey said, they'll take you out. Yeah, so I think that is all. I don't have plans. My plan is to work on a rotation and to come back to y'all. I want to thank you for visiting me. Thank you for stopping by. And if you have any questions about any projects, yeah, just write it below and I will get back with you. I love answering any comments people leave. And yeah, if you like what you saw and you like my projects, like the video, subscribe, and I'll be back. See y'all next time and happy stitching. Bye.